Blessings, good evening everybody. Please find a comfortable way of sitting, and we'll begin with some mindfulness of breathing meditation. So please bring your awareness to your body as you're sitting. Close your eyes to reduce the amount of visual distraction. You can't close your ears, but you can remind yourself not to pay attention to the sounds around you. Now bring attention to the sensation of the in and out breath at the tip of your nose. If you can't find that, then take a few deep breaths. Try to make that feeling, the sensation of the breath, very clear to you. So your aim is to keep the breath in mind, not to forget the breath. Your aim is to know the breath. It's the center of your attention at the moment. So even though other impressions, sense impressions, will come in to your mind, your number one task is to return attention to the breath, to know whether the breath is coming in or going out, and to know the quality of your breathing, to know whether it's fast or slow, coarse or refined, to know the breath and to know when it's coming in, the in-breath, and to know the out-breath. So you need mindfulness, sati, the ability to pay attention, direct your mind to know something, and sampajanya, clear comprehension of what you're doing and why. So you're training yourself to bring up these two qualities, and that requires some effort, energy, because you have to resist the temptation to think about other things, look at other things, do other things at this time. Your aim is to keep bringing attention back to the in-breath and the out-breath, to know the breath. And as other thoughts and sensations come up into your awareness, they will compete to hold your attention and distract you. So you have to make your mindfulness and your clear comprehension stronger than the distractions. Not to be tempted, not to give in, not to indulge the desires, the wanting. And you have to be very patient with your mind, because probably, if we're honest, earlier today you weren't being very mindful. You've let your mind wander around. So now when I give you this instruction to place attention on the in-breath and out-breath and just know that much, it's quite challenging, because previously you weren't doing that. Previously you were thinking a lot, reacting to things falling into moods of pleasure, displeasure, liking, disliking, interested and then bored, happy and then sad. You'll notice if you're a regular meditator, maybe you meditated this morning perhaps. Now this is the second time of your day that you're bringing attention to the breath. It's a little easier because you've done it earlier today. There's a sense of continuity, familiarity. You know what you're doing and why, and you've done it before. So you're comfortable putting attention on the breath. That's the advantage of experience, previous practice. If you're new to meditation, you have to take the Buddha's words and the instructions on trust. Just trust that this is something that may help you, and the qualities that you're developing are useful qualities for you. Similarly, if you've had earlier today some disturbance, could be what we call sensual impressions, such as a lot of sights and sounds. Say, for example, you played sport or watched others play sport, you went shopping, watched movies, listened to music and so on. If you had a lot of sensual stimulation earlier, well, that may trigger many memories and follow-on reactions and thoughts to that earlier stimulation. Or you may have had a very quiet time today and you're already a bit tired or dull or bored. That may be the predominant kind of mood of your mind as you begin this meditation. But you have to accept whatever has gone before will have an influence on how you feel now, what you're thinking, how you're feeling. Just accept that, and you have to work with it. Working with it meaning bringing attention to the in-breath and the out-breath, reminding yourself what you're doing, being patient with the temptation or the tendency to let your mind wander, and keep working with the breath as a meditation object, to let go of other distractions. When you're more mindful of the breath, you're knowing the breath going in, the breath going out, you're not so distracted, you have more opportunity to learn from your experience. As you become more mindful, more aware, you can contemplate what's going on in your mind. And particularly you can see how thoughts arise and then cease. That's what they do. That's their nature. And that will help you to let go of distracting thoughts when you see that they're impermanent. They arise, they pass away. Physical sensations, sight, sound, taste, smell, touch, pleasant feelings, unpleasant feelings. If you keep bringing up the mindfulness with the breath, you'll naturally get to know these experiences from a place of clarity. When you're not daydreaming, you're not distracted, you can see these things. You know, oh, it's like this. thoughts come and go. So the Buddha was encouraging us to develop this kind of mindful awareness regularly, to make it strong, to bring up mindfulness with the breathing often, to practice clear comprehension often. So as you do it more, you'll get better at it. And really, if you're finding your mind is very distracted, thinking a lot, agitated, worried, obsessed with something, that can be the stimulus for you to try harder in your meditation. Rather than giving up and thinking it's too hard, too difficult, tell yourself to try harder. If you give yourself the right instruction, that will help you to work with your own distractions and different states of mind that come up as you meditate. So we can meditate together just for a little bit longer until you hear the bell.